Hi, my name is Jay.
And my name's Rory, and we're both students in the Chemistry of the Elements science class at the University of Denver.
And today we're here to talk to you guys about the significance of calcium in biological systems. And so, the question of the day is, what is calcium and why is it important? Did you know that calcium is the most abundant mineral in our bodies? This is because calcium is used by our bodies for a lot of different functions. And so it is very important that you all consume calcium on a daily basis. Thankfully, this isn't hard to do as calcium is commonly found in foods that we eat often, such as milk, cheese, and yogurt.
But before we talk about why calcium is important, let's talk about what it is. Calcium was first discovered in 1808 by Humphrey Davy. If you look at the periodic table, you'll notice that calcium is the 20th element, and it is located in the second column, third row. What this means is that calcium is comprised of 20 protons, 20 neutrons, and 20 electrons. Calcium has many functions in our bodies. For example, it helps us to move by controlling our muscles, protects us after being cut, and it's also important for growing and maintaining strong bones.
Just as Roy mentioned, calcium is super important for our everyday lives because it allows us to move via our muscles. Whether it be running, throwing a football, dancing, writing, or even singing, all these things require movement of our muscles. So normally, calcium travels throughout our bodies through our bloodstream. When our brain signals on a muscle group to move, calcium moves out of the bloodstream and acts on that specific muscle group, which allows them to contract. When we're done moving, our brain signals our muscles to stop, and calcium is released back into our bloodstream.
So when you are all little, I'm sure your parents told you guys to drink milk because it helps build strong bones, right? And you all probably have wondered, what does milk have anything to do with strong bones? Well, milk is a great source of calcium and other good nutrients that will help our bodies to grow big and strong. The bones in our bodies, including teeth, are made up of calcium, and so without it, our bones would be too weak to support our bodies, and we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do on a daily basis. Imagine trying to eat your favorite food without having any teeth. How difficult would that be?
Do you remember the last time you fell? You all probably have noticed that we start bleeding when we get cuts or scrapes on our bodies. But after a while, our wounds close up with scabs and the bleeding stops. Well, you may be surprised that calcium is actually involved in this process. Calcium, with other things in our bodies, work together to bring what is known as clotting factors to our wounds. Clotting factors are things in our bodies that help our blood to harden by forming scabs and stop our wounds from bleeding.
So here's a video on how calcium can be beneficial for you.
Hey, I'm you, from the future.
You're me?
I know. Drink this.
It's working!
Keep drinking! We did it!
Got milk.
So, as you can see, calcium is very important. It plays a lot of different roles in our bodies that are necessary for our well-being. So drink up some milk and get healthy.
And lastly, if you want to learn a little bit more about calcium, make sure to visit these sites and journals as they contain a lot of good information about calcium. Thank you.
Thank you guys.